Now live, I got to say something. This time when, the time when you don't know whether you're live or not, and you're just kind of checking and wait for the first comment to come around, it's the funniest. I've seen so many of my friends, celebrity friends in particular, who kind of screw up this time and they're like either digging their nose or having a fight with their partner or just the most uh, awkward time. And then, oh, I'm live. So, I just want to say hello. We are live and it's so good to be over here. Welcome, Payal Patel. Welcome, Saru. Welcome, all of y'all. And this is a very great day for me because tomorrow is Mental Health Day. And I have to be very honest with you guys that I have never really given any importance to mental health. I mean, health, yes. For 14 years, I worked out on my body and I thought, oh, if I'm feeling physically fit and looking physically good, then I'm mentally very good as well. In fact, I never found there to be a distinction between physical health and mental health. I just thought it's all the same. But this year, especially, has been huge for not just me, but all of us, I can imagine. And I just figured that today would be a great day to have a conversation with, you know what, let me just call her on board and then I'll introduce her as we speak. Thanks everyone for joining in. Upasana Shukla, where are we? Can you send me a request so that I can just kind of add you in? Waiting for Upasana to come in. Hello, everybody. Hi, Thakur. Hi, Payal. Hi, Amit. Rohit Soni, what's happening, brother? Sagar, sent you a request. Oh my God, all of you all are sent Upasana. There you go. You guys, all of you all are sending me requests, and Upasana is being. There you go. Upasana. Waiting for Upasana to join. Hey, Upasana.
Hi.
Hello and welcome to a live session.
Thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to
This
this.
you are good.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're kind of doing. I mean, we've spoken for the last 16 years, 18 years. How long have we known each other?
16, 18, I think. 18 years.
18 years. और वो 20 साल वाले दोस्त बनने वाले हैं हम.
एकदम, एकदम. बिल्कुल.
So to every one of you all, to give you guys a context of Upasana and me, let me just start with our relationship. I've known her, I've had the honor of knowing her for 18 years now. We were in college together and we're those kind of college buddies who just stick like फेविकॉल का जोड़ भी उससे ज़्यादा मजबूत नहीं है जितनी हमारी दोस्ती है. And Upasana, and the reason for that is not just because Upasana is just such a wonderful person and a fantastic cook as well, but that coming in later. But she's always been my go-to person for anything that has been a mental, emotional problem for me. And which is why when I thought of doing this mental health sort of a talk, I could think of nobody better than Upasana to get on board. It's not just because she's so good at giving me advice and just clearing out all the doubt and clutter in my head. It's also because she's a trained professional. I think treating me for 18 years gave her incentive that she has something that she can do, and which is why she's a nutritionist and a counselor.
Counts. That's right.
A counselor.
That's right.
Yeah. Upasana, welcome, and I'm so happy to have you on board.
Thank you so much, Sid. Thank you. I'm honored to be doing this live with you and talking about stuff that we've just maybe touched upon here and there and exploring that with you.
Hannah, and I've always had such enlightening conversations with you, which is why I thought let me just share it with everybody. You know, everybody needs to listen to you.
That's just too cute. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we've got people joining in, so let's just jump straight into it. Like I said, Upasana has been a dear friend of mine for the last 18 years, but round about last year, the beginning of last year, is when I actually got her on board professionally. And this is the time that I was shooting for a movie called Thappad. And Thappad wasn't in the horizon even then, but I was feeling really down and out, and I figured, let me just speak to Upasana as always. And this time our relationship was professional. She got me on board as a client, and I'm going to give it to Upasana soon, but I just want to say the results were absolutely amazing. Not just in how I looked, like I got my 25-year-old body back at that time, but I also felt good, and that was attracting, like the healthy mind, body, and soul was started attracting some healthy work as well, and it started showing great results in terms of the kind of projects that I was getting on board. And it was too much of a coincidence. It was too much of it to be an absolute than to be a coincidence. And that's why, Upasana, I'm going to give it to you now.
Yeah.
How was it for you? Yeah, getting me on board, and what was your thought process then?
Yeah. So, being your friend had a slight advantage over here because I knew where were you at mentally, emotionally, and I felt that you were going through some turmoil at that time, and I just felt that you were losing a bit of your self power. So I thought of steering you towards your physical fitness and physical
Right,
fitness goals so that you
right.
get some, tangible crutches when you were in a pool of emotions. So, and I knew for a fact that once you start concentrating on your physical fitness, that would take care of your emotional and mental fitness. And that's what happened. I feel that.
I'm going to quote that again. You said tangible crutches into the pool of emotional.
Yeah, no, no. When you were in a pool of emotions.
Those were big words.
So,
Just dumb it down for me a little
yeah.
more, please. Please. What
So,
does that mean?
when we are in a lot of emotional turmoil, or we don't know how to decipher our emotions, and a lot of emotions are hitting us at one go, you
Yeah.
need something to hold on to, right? That every day, okay, at least I don't know what else is happening, but I know this is happening. Just that feeling, okay, I know this for certain that I have to eat this, I have to work out. It can be small, it can be minute, but there's certainty to it. So, having that in your life can sort out a lot of other ambiguities that you were feeling or going through at that particular moment. So I felt through physical fitness, we would take care of your mental and emotional health. So that's why I use the
I,
word crutches.
and you did, and it attracted great work. Coming
Yeah.
towards me, it was a great time
It's
for
all
me to
about getting
select.
your power back. When you
Yeah,
start
is it
looking,
related? Is it actually related? When you start feeling good, you start attracting good work, you start
of
attracting
course,
good people into
bec-
your life?
because you get centered, you get clarity in what you want to do. When you have streamlined your thoughts towards a goal, you streamline in a lot of other areas as well, not just one. So you get into the practice of streamlining your thoughts. So that happens in your work, in your emotional life, in your personal life, in your, of course, physical fitness life too. So using
Right,
that, we infuse that in other areas of your life.
right,
The streamlining of thought and clarity of thought.
right. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep breaking eye contact with you because I've
Yeah, sure.
written some stuff over here. I
Of
want to
course.
keep to that. Um, okay, so my next question, or the next flow of the conversation, is that as friends, you've helped me out a lot, not just professionally, but in a time like the pandemic world that we are living in, we cannot physically meet and we can't meet. Like,
Yeah, right.
how do we continue to blossom the friendship? Because all how you helped me has come in later on, right?
Right,
We,
right,
we were friends first, and as friends, we helped each other grow and blossom.
right.
But in times like today, when you can't physically meet the person, your friend, how do you kind of still maintain the essence of the friendship without meeting?
So these are the times where no one could have thought that we'll be in a situation like this. But we are also blessed to live in a time of fantastic technology, right? So I would suggest that use that technology in your favor. Schedule time for your friendships, schedule time for your friends. It is so easy to switch on your computer, be on your work meetings all day long, and in the end just switch to maybe Netflix or some other platform, put in your headphones and zone out completely, and forget that human interaction is so important, you know, because
That's very true.
the emotions, your thoughts that you are going through, they need bouncing off, right? You need to talk to somebody about them, get their energy in your space rather than just dwelling on things on your own. So, just like how you would say in a romantic relationship, that how do you keep a spark alive, right?
Right.
Keep
Yeah.
your channels of communication open, right?
Right.
Understand what the other person is saying, make time for dates. So in the same way for friendship, make time for your friends. Make sure that in the week you're sending out a message and say, hey, let's get on this call on this particular day, and see if that works out for your friend, but schedule that time.
That's I'm so guilty of that, and I know so many times Upasana has, like, what are you doing? Like, what's up? What's happening? She used to reach out to me because I would get in that zone. I would get into just that Netflix and chill zone, go from work and just not want to communicate with anybody outside. And yeah, you're absolutely right. It's important to schedule a relationship
Right,
as
for it to
which is
grow.
friendship
Yeah,
for it to,
or
yeah,
remain
yeah.
the same, that I would say, and not lose
Or
that
remain.
spark.
Yeah, and because you're friends, there's no investment of time. And Bhabis keeps
Exactly.
saying, "Hey, Siddhi, remove time for me." Babu, you are
Please
absolutely
do.
right. I'm guilty of that. Yes, I will. I will most definitely do that. Okay, so you touched upon in this pandemic, we cannot meet people physically, so use technology. WhatsApp has this 4 group calls, 4 to 5 people you can call at one time, and that's just a
Totally.
great thing to meet up in. Yeah, absolutely agreed. So, what I also noticed in I've got to refer to my notes.
Yeah, of
Sorry.
course.
Um, yes, one big thing which used to happen to me was I got stuck in the routine of no work, therefore no usual activity, and that kind of led me to mornings where I used to wake up feeling very blah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
There was.
that's a big feeling or complaint that a lot of people have, that they are just in a blanket of aimlessness, you know. So many times what happens is when, particularly now, that when the activities that sort of centered you or streamlined your day are taken away from you, what do? Right? So when you wake up, you're not scheduling for anything, you know. So you even if it's scheduling for a cup of coffee or a movie, you're not able to do that either. I'm just not talking
Yeah.
about work. It's about even your recreational activities. You're not able to schedule those also. So that can have an impact on you. That okay, I wake up, now what? Right?
Yeah.
So, for days like that, I would suggest that set yourself micro goals throughout the day.
What do you
So,
mean by?
micro goals, it can be small goals for yourself. Like, for example, if I wake up on a particular day and I
Ah,
feel that today I'm not feeling as mentally energetic or not productive as I would like to be, I
right.
just simply decide to do one thing in the day. For example, a few days back, I set a goal for myself that I'm going to drink 4 liters of water in the day. And that's it. That's what my
Oh,
goal was, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So I made sure that I drank 4 liters of water by the end of the day. And that had the power to shift my mindsets because I had that sense of accomplishment. So start small. Even if you set like a goal for yourself that I'll read 5 pages of a book, or I'll do 10 minutes of a walk, or I'll do 2 minutes of meditation today, and you end up achieving it. So what you woke up with, the mindset, it has that power to shift that by the end of the day because you know, oh, I decided something and I accomplished it. right? So
Right.
when you're going back to sleep, you're sleeping with a sense of accomplishment. Even if it's
Right.
small, big, does not matter, but you achieved something in that day, what you decided for yourself. And that
Wow.
has the power to shift your mindset.
Yeah, cause you're right. Because when I would wake up with that blah, I would just carry on with that blah mood all through the day.
Through the day.
And by the end of the day, I used to feel, I used to hate, like, I used to feel bad. Like the entire day, I've not done anything, nothing constructive. So these micro goals, like
Micro
you call
goals.
them,
Yes.
yeah, just having 4 liters of water, not going for that bag of chips, for example.
Exactly. That can be
Those
an
kind of,
accomplishment for
uh,
you. You
yeah.
know, if you would be like picking up 2 bags of chips and just munching on that, watching TV, and you choose not to do that, that's an accomplishment because you decided
Yeah.
that and you achieved that, right?
That's
So,
wonderful. That's wonderful. So this leads me to another thing which used to go on with me was self-talk. Yeah, because I was not reaching out to my friends, uh, and as a result, I got to introspect a lot. I got to go within a lot, and that was great because that opened up a conversation with myself.
right, right.
I
That's
remember I would
fantastic.
run to you for advice on anything and everything, right? But this time it was no. Let me talk to myself, and that was a great. It was a great tool. But what used to happen was sometimes the self-talk used to be bad as well. I used to put myself down at times,
Right,
or I would, yeah, I would put myself down at times. It's like
right.
that guy who you or that girl who you don't socialize with because they make you feel bad. At times, I was that same person.
Yeah.
How does one
So,
not do that? Or,
yeah. So, many times we forget that when we are thinking, so when I use the word thinking, that is how you are talking to yourself. When you are thinking
okay.
about something, that is your dialogue happening in your head with you, right? That because you're seeing something, analyzing it, talking, telling yourself that, okay, this happened, and what you're telling yourself is important, Sid. So, what you're telling yourself about something and how you are telling yourself, that is really important. So for example, suppose some event happened in your life, right?
Huh, huh,
Like a mega event happened and you are feeling bogged down because of that,
okay.
right? Your reaction is maybe anger or frustration or sadness or devastation or whatever, depending on the degree of the event. So
Right.
you feel that, okay, this happened in my life. That's why I'm feeling such and such.
Right.
But what we forget is what are we telling ourselves about this event? Like, for example, I'll tell you something happened, and you tell yourself, oh my God, this happened. Oh God, I'm destroyed, right? This is what you tell yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can also tell yourself, okay, this happened, right? Now what? Now what can I do? So the difference will change how you feel about the event, right?
Just the way how you talk to
How you
yourself. Yeah.
told yourself about that
Yeah.
event just changed your reaction, that how you're going to react about that event. So that
That's
control
great.
factor.
You're right. So the words are exactly the same. It's how you're talking to yourself. The
Exactly.
tone maybe that
The tone, yeah,
just
your tone or your attitude towards that you are telling yourself, that are you feeling freaked out and you're telling yourself, okay, I'm freaked out, and that's why, or you're saying, okay, let's get centered and see now. So that has the power to change your reaction to that event or your feeling towards that event. So how you
that's a
talk to
great
yourself,
nuance. Yeah, that's a
is the
great
most
nuance.
important.
I've never heard that. Like I've always heard speak to yourself, have conversations and positive affirmations and everything. But it's so important how you talk to yourself, the tone which then dictates the kind of mood and the reaction to the situation. That's fantastic.
Exactly, exactly.
That's fantastic. Wow, that's a big that's a big thing for me. Yeah, a little ding moment happened there. Okay, what I want to talk to you also about is
Yeah.
for me, uh, there was a big shift in my life which happened once I had the understanding, or once I kind of went back in life and I started questioning from the very fundamentals of life. Okay. And I went all the way down to my breathing.
Hmm.
And I started, okay, what's the most, that's the first thing that comes into my body is breath. Yeah.
Right.
And I started then unraveling the huge benefits of breathing, or what all one can achieve by just breathing instead of taking it for granted completely. The next thought that came into my mind was, okay, after breath, what I eat, what I consume. Yeah.
Right.
And then I started thinking, what I eat kind of dictates my thoughts,
Right.
right? If I've
Right.
had like this heavy oil-filled Punjabi food, uh, great taste, yeah, but it's just got me big and bloated. And I
Hmm.
know I've noticed a couple of hours afterwards, I am not in the best positive thoughts,
Right.
lethargy and everything.
Right.
As opposed to I've eaten something sattvic, for example.
Right.
Yeah, and it's light, and I've had positive thoughts, and those thoughts then lead to actions.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so what you eat is what the thought it dictates the kind of thoughts that come to mind, and once the thoughts come in, that dictates the kind of actions that you're going to do, right? So
That's
that's the
very
thread line
insightful.
that I
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thread line that I got. Now, you being a nutritionist as well,
Right.
yeah, I want to ask you if this is true, as you're agreeing with me, what kind of food literally can I eat to have those kind of positive thoughts, therefore positive actions and more productive life?
Yeah. So there is not one particular magic food that is going
Hmm.
to all of a sudden change your thought process or how you are
Hmm.
feeling.
Hmm.
You have to, food is not the only thing that you're consuming, right? So when we talk about consumption, we are consuming food, we are consuming
Yeah.
social media, we are consuming the news, and we are in a state of consumption always. So collectively, what you're consuming makes a difference. So if you're constantly consuming junk,
Hmm.
right? Maybe your food out of a packet constantly. Social media is full of junk constantly. That is going to have an impact about what you think and how you feel, right? So, so you have to look at it in totality, right? So, uh, also, I would like to say that when you eat something, it can be because of your physical hunger, your mental hunger, or your emotional hunger, right? So, physical hunger is when you feel hungry, right? Your physical need is to eat something. Mental
Right.
hunger is because you have had something and you know its taste and you are craving it, and that memory
Right.
is inducing that hunger, that you want that experience back of having that, right?
Right.
And
Right. Right.
emotional hunger is when you're attaching some emotion to that food. It can be a celebration, it can be a joyful moment, and it can also be an emotion that you're trying to suppress with food. So, awareness of this is very important. That if you are constantly reaching out to something that you know you don't want to, for you, example, bag of chips, I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
You know, when you're reaching out for that, you have to take a step back and figure out that why am I doing that? Do I actually want to eat? And please go ahead and eat when you know that you want to eat it because of physical hunger, or you just want to take a call. But are you using those bag of chips to suppress something or to fill a void? That awareness has to be there.
Wow. I was thinking you'll tell me eat some raisins thrice a day, badam khao, but you like, but it's so true. Consumption of social media as well. That in a way can be junk. That's what you're consuming. That's
Exactly.
that's superb insight. Yeah, and I think what you suggested was very good. And I would have imagined that नहीं 4 बार ये खाओ, 2 दिन में 2 बार ये खाओ, but you've gone into just being aware, I think, of what you're consuming
Exactly,
is
that
the
makes
start.
all the
Yeah.
difference. Just awareness
Yeah.
about yourself is a start to everything. I feel that
That's
strongly.
fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay, so we've talked a lot about we spoke a lot about mental health issues. I want to throw it up to everyone on over here. If you guys have any questions for Upasana, uh, please let her. Monita has been going on about food. I read some, and even Blossom has been agreeing on food. So food is a very touchy topic. Let us. You guys have anything to ask? Ask away. Now is the time. And well, until they ask. Thanks, Upasana. That was a very, very enlightening
No,
conversation, and
it
I'm so
was
glad we got to
great.
share it with everyone over here. The 24 people who are watching right now, I'm sure. Harani, how critical is the role of habits, and how do you consistently keep at it and not lose track?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good question.
that's a very, very good question because habits have the power to decide your future. You know, that what habits are you setting for yourself? Because habits are something that you do consistently, you know, every till they become a natural process. You know, we say so easily, oh, this is my habit, oh, I'm like this only, right? So these
Yeah.
statements, when we make, that is something, it becomes a natural process, so it becomes a habit. So what you do consistently has the power to decide your path or your result to what you're trying to achieve. So to build a habit and to keep track of it, I would highly suggest to keep a logbook, to keep an
Okay.
accountability book for yourself,
Okay.
and write your goals in that, and daily goals, and tick mark or crossover, and realize that what you're promising yourself, are you fulfilling that promise to yourself? Because building a habit is a commitment to yourself, right?
Right.
So are
Right.
you honoring that commitment every single day? And when you see it in front of you on a page, you know, you will see your pattern, the disparity between your goals and what you are actually doing.
Actually doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty good. That's why people keep diaries, I would imagine, no?
Exactly. That your
Yeah,
thoughts, you know, when you see it on paper, you see, okay, I have decided this, or I was thinking about this, but what did I actually do? You know, and
do
it's a
yeah.
self accountability exercise, and it has the power to waken you up also that, oh, you know, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm spending my day, right?
So I totally agree with you, and I must confess, I'm not much of a diary writer, but I make vlogs, and that's a great. And I find that therapeutic as well. It's a great way for me to document my life, my goals, where I'm going, and push myself to go there as well. I'm not
Right.
queuing in my vlogs over here. That's not the idea at all. I'm
Please,
not
please
saying go
go
log on.
ahead. Put a link right here.
Any more questions? We
Uh,
saw Manan over here is
yeah.
asking, how do you not how do you stop yourself from overthinking during such times? And I'm thinking he's talking about the pandemic and the lockdown and
Yeah.
and all the other bizarre things that are happening in the world today. So how do
Right.
you? Yeah, that's a good question.
So, overthinking is a very anxiety inducing thing when you get into the loop of maybe, and human nature is to probably jump on the negative side of your thinking pattern, right? That's the most, because somewhere we like the fear or like the negative connotation, or you know, so when you start overthinking, the term overthinking has to be stopped at the bud itself, right? When you know that,
Okay.
okay, this thought has the power to shift my thought process into the negative zone, if at all, you have to be again aware of that and nip it at the bud. This is something I call a flip thinking. That if you are thinking in a negative direction, you take a step back. Okay, this is the worst that I'm thinking about, overthinking it. Let me take a step back. And what if I flip this thought into something positive? And let's build on that positive thought and overthink that positive thought, you know, rather than
Yeah.
overthink the negative thought. That is
Right.
a core problem. So this flip is very important. That take a step back. Oh, I'm going into a zone of negative overthinking. Let me take a step back and flip this thought into something really positive. That if I'm
Right.
imagining the worst, let me
Right.
imagine the best. And let's see then what do I think about, right? And then see how you feel about it.
Yeah, Prathamesh Deshpande says that is a paradigm shift, and I totally agree with him on that. Upasana, it's I think running to the end of half an hour. I see my data plan getting over. No, it's not getting over, but I think half an hour is enough for everyone. This is a very heavy topic and a very helpful topic as well. Thank you so much for joining in and sharing these thoughts and tips with you. Yeah. Um, okay, I don't know, we're not supposed, but if somebody wants to get in touch with you and wants to, take you on professionally,
Yes.
how do they do that?
You can send me a DM on Instagram handle, that is Upasana Shukla Fitness, and I'll get in touch with you. Or you can email me at upasana@gmail.com. There's information on my Insta handle. So you can get in touch with me through there.
Done. I think Instagram is the way forward.
Yeah, super.
Who gets emails? Okay,
I
thank
know.
you so much, Upasana.
Thank you. It
Thanks
was
a lot. This
great
has been
fun
awesome.
and
Yeah.
amazing questions. I really love them. Thank you so
Yeah?
much. Yeah,
Thank you, thank you,
totally.
thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
I had a little help with that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
bye, Upsi.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.
That was a really awesome session. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys are so bad. You all kept distracting me with comments related to everything other than mental health. All of it was like, वैम्पायर कब बनने वाला है तू वापस एकता मैम को बोलो प्यार की कहानी वापस लाने के लिए एक था राजा एक थी रानी सागर माय गॉड इट इज सो डिफिकल्ट टू रीड योर कमेंट्स एंड ट्राई टू कॉन्सेंट्रेट एट द सेम टाइम यू गाइज आर रियली बैड but I love you all. And I hope you guys benefited from this, as I know that I did a lot, I have a lot, and I wanted to share all the wisdom that Upasana has. Look, please, if you have, these are sensitive times, we all need help during this time. So Upasana is a wonderful person. DM her on her Instagram and she will be happy to reply. Now I'm going to reply to each of y'all. Okay. Moni says, Moni, I'm not even going to answer you because I love you so much and we'll talk later. I'm going to give others a chance. Mansi says, please reply, sir. Hey, Mansi, I'm replying. Okay. Rohit says, aap karo, main kya karu, bro? Petra, mwah, love you too. Hello, sir, from Jinal. You ignored my mental health issues and only concentrated on food. Munita, I'm going to get you back for that. Where are we on? Anu, that's going to stay with you forever. Yes, I don't know what you're saying, but I know for sure it's going to stay with me for forever. Hi, sir, I'm Vijashri, your biggest fan. Thank you so much. Please reply. I am your fan, Mansi. Hi, Mansi. Sid, love from LA. Hey, Nimra, love from Mumbai. Mona, I comment for mental health. You didn't see. I'm sorry, Mona. There were so many questions going on that it's difficult for me to read everything. So I do apologize. Please, mera naam le lo. Jinal. Hi, Jinal Patel. What's happening, buddy? Mitara03. Hey, I enjoy your comments all the time. Please keep commenting, and I love the relationship that we've got going on. Vijay Shri, please say name. What is a great deal about everyone wanting their name to be said? Does it feel nice? And I will say it for sure. I'll say it. Mera kya jata hai? I'll just keep saying. D reply, sir. I complimented you, buddy. I'll reply to you even if you don't compliment me, man. It's just a time and a place for everything. Dhaval, tum dono mental ho. Dhaval, tu bhi aaja. We are a threesome together, bro. Dr. Aishu, hi, your friendship with Rashti. Yes, we have a very good friendship. Sneha, I love you, sir. Sneha, I love you too. Rasia, hi, I'm from Kuwait. Hi, Rasia. I hope things are well over there. Mahanur, hi, said, love you too. This is going to go on. You guys are just sending in so much love. So, but I'm going to end this now because it's been wonderful and I want to, Mansi, why should not join Big Boss? Why should I not? Yeah, I'm just not the big boss kind of. I make vlogs. I prefer being the editor of my own life. So if you want to see me in a reality show, watch my vlogs on YouTube. That's as real as you'll get to know me as. Guys, thank you. This has been awesome. I'm going to call it a day now. Um, Thank you for joining in. I hope you had a good time. So long, Sasri Akal, Das Vadania. I will see you guys later.